Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today we build the legendary Yellow Flash, and the only ninja to receive a run-on-site order, the 4th Hokage of Naruto, Minato Namikaze. For stats, we'll be using the standard array from the player's handbook, divided up as you see here. Dexterity is our most important combat stat, followed by our intelligence for jutsu. Constitution will be bringing up the rear to better increase our odds of being able to survive in melees. For race, Minato is human. However, as far as I'm aware, we don't know a lot about the Namikaze clan. So since I used High Elves for Uchiha and Variant Humans for Senju, I'm gonna have a half measure here and choose to make Minato a half elf. This gives us a +2 to Charisma, +1 to Dexterity, and a +1 to Constitution, raising them to 10, 16, and 14 respectively. We have Dark Vision out to 60 feet, Fey Ancestry gives us advantage against being charmed, and we can't be magically put to sleep. Our High Elf Heritage grants us 1 cantrip, we will pick up Firebolt. And finally, for languages, we speak Common, Elven, and an additional language of our choice. Pick whatever you like, I'm going with Dwarvish. For our background, rather than go with my typical choice of Spy to represent Ninja, we'll be going with Folk Hero, as this is the best representation I can think of for having a run-on-site order on you. This will give us proficiency with animal handling and survival, 1 artisan tool, and land vehicles. For a feature, we gain rustic hospitality, meaning we always find shelter and support amongst the small folk of the land. For class, we'll be starting out in Fighter. We want to be able to make sure we can trade blows in melee after teleporting there. This gives us a D10 hit die, proficiency with acrobatics and perception of skills, as well as all forms of armor and weapons. As a first level fighter, we gain a fighting style and second wind. For fighting style, we'll pick up thrown weapon fighting, making it so we can draw and throw a weapon as part of the same action, as well as giving us a +2 bonus to damage rolls. Good for any kunai we want to toss around. Second wind will allow us to, as a bonus action, regain a number of hit points equal to 1d10 plus our fighter level. Maybe this is some low-level medical ninjutsu. As a second level fighter, we gain Action Surge, allowing us to take an additional action on our turn once per long rest. At third level, we now branch over to Wizard to start fleshing out our jutsu. We have a d6 hit die now, 3 cantrips, 6 first level spells, and Arcane Recovery. For cantrips, we'll grab Gust, Shocking Grasp, and True Strike. With Firebolt, that means we now have all of our elemental chakra natures represented. For our first level spells, we'll grab Absorb Elements, Chromatic Orb, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Mage Armor, and Shield. Obviously the most important here is Chromatic Orb, as this is going to be our Rasengan representation. The added bonus of being able to throw it 60 feet. Detect Magic lets us represent our sensory type abilities, and Shield can perhaps be reflavored as just being too fast to hit, or even teleporting an attack away from us. Arcane Recovery will allow us to once per day regain spell slots on a short rest equal to half our wizard level, so long as none of those slots are higher than 6th level. This will be useful for when doing important missions out in the field. As a second level wizard, we choose our School of Magic. We're going with School of Conjuration. Most people hear Conjuration, they think of summoning. It also just so happens to contain the teleportation spells. This grants us Conjuration Savant and Minor Conjuration. Conjuration Savant will allow us to copy conjuration spells into our spellbook at half the cost, and Minor Conjuration allows us to conjure an inanimate object so long as it weighs no more than 10 pounds and is no more than 3 feet to the side. For spells this level, we'll pick up Expeditious Retreat and Featherfall. Now we can represent being known as the Yellow Flash, as well as jump from high places and land with anime-level acrobatics. 5th level and our 3rd level in Wizard means we gain our first 2nd level spells. We'll be grabbing Mirror Image and Misty Step. We now have the Rasengan and Teleportation, and we have done it by 5th level, my favorite type of build. 6th level is our first ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our intelligence, raising it to a 16. Next, we gain additional cantrip and 2 spells. For our cantrip, let's pick up Sword Burst and Flavored as throwing out a lot of kunai. For our spells, Blur and Vortex Warp, representing our speed, now teleporting others rather than ourselves. As a 5th level wizard, we gain 3rd level spells. We'll be grabbing Blink and Haste to keep going with our theme of teleportation and speed. 8th level, School of Conjuration grants us Benign Transportation. As an action, we can teleport 30 feet, or we can swap places with a medium or smaller creature within 30 feet, so long as they are willing. We can do this once per long rest, but we gain that when we cast Conjuration spells of 1st level or higher. Not only do we have a way to get our allies out of danger, but so long as we keep using Misty Step, we have doubled our number of teleportation possible. For spells this level, let's grab Unearthed Arcana 66's Mental Barrier and Thunder Step. Mental Barrier is a 2nd level spell, but it will help make up for us not having proficiency in any mental saves. Thunder Step is obviously because we want all teleportation spells, and this is the added bonus of also dealing damage. 9th level and our 7th level in Wizard means we gain our 4th level spells. First one to grab is obviously Dimension Door, finally letting us teleport without line of sight. Next we'll grab the 3rd level spell, Fireball. I don't know if Minato actually had this jutsu, but we should eventually pick up something to use other than Chromatic Orb. 10th level is our next ability score improvement. We'll drop this one into our Dexterity, raising it to an 18. For 2 spells this level we will grab Banishment, and Unearthed Arcana 85's Spirit of Death. Banishment can represent our proficiency with Sealing Jutsu, but will only be permanent on creatures not native to the material plane. And Spirit of Death is actually a cool way to represent the Reaper Death Seal. Doesn't function at all like the Jutsu, but hey, we know what our Reaper Spirit looks like. 11th level and 9th level in Wizard means 5th level spells. We're grabbing Steel Wind Strike and Teleportation Circle. Steel Wind Strike is perfect for how fast Minato can dispatch large groups of weaker enemies, and Teleportation Circle is for longer range uses of the Flying Thunder God technique. 12th level School of Conjuration gives us Focused Conjuration. Now, while focusing on a conjuration spell, our concentration can't be broken from taking damage. It's actually pretty nice as it means when we summon the Reaper or Gamabunta, they are there to stay. Gain additional cantrip. Pick whatever you like, I'm going to be going with Message. For 2 spells this level, let's grab Far Step and Summon Elemental. Maybe use Water Elementals to represent summoning frogs. At 13th level we gain 6th level spells. We'll grab Arcane Gate and Contingency. Arcane Gate I think is perhaps how we redirected a tailed beast bomb away from the Hokage monument using a readied action. Contingency is because just look at how he sealed away Kurama. The man was clearly always thinking very far ahead, and so this spell suits him. 14th level is our next ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our Intelligence, raising it to an 18. For 2 spells this level, let's grab Investiture of Wind for our Wind nature, and Tensor's Transformation, perhaps for Sage Mode. 15th level means 7th level spells. We'll be grabbing Plane Shift and Teleport for true mastery of the Flying Thunder God technique. 16th level, the final ability of the School of Conjuration is Durable Summons. Now any creature we summon has 30 temporary hit points. For our 2 spells this level, let's grab Delayed Blast, Fireball, and Whirlwind. 17th level and 15th level in Wizard grants us 8th level spells. We'll be taking Mind Blank and Telepathy. Mind Blank just for some stronger mental defenses, and Telepathy is a bit of a stretch. As the second Hokage could share his teleportation seals, I'm using this to represent being able to share mental images, allowing them to both teleport to places the other has seen. 18th level is our final ability score improvement. Drop this into our Intelligence once again, capping it off at 20. For 2 spells this level, we'll grab Incendiary Cloud and Reality Break, primarily just because they are more powerful conjuration spells. 19th level means we gain access to 9th level spells. We'll grab Gate and Imprisonment. Gate is probably what one would use to summon a being like Gamabunta, and Imprisonment would be the proper Reaper Death Seal. 20th level, the capstone of our build is Spell Mastery. This allows us to choose a 1st and 2nd level spell. 8 hours of study, we can cast them at will at their lowest level without spending a spell slot. Obviously, we are going with Chromatic Orb and Misty Step, giving us infinite Flying Thunder God, and with it, infinite Benign Transportation, as well as infinite Rasengan. For the final spells this level, choose whatever suits your fancy. End result sees us with an average of 118 hit points and an AC of 17. Primary weapon will be daggers to take advantage of our thrown weapon fighting style. With an attack we can average 8 damage, 16 when we action surge. Of course, a lot of our damage will come from casting Chromatic Orb, which will average 13 damage at its lowest level, 26 if we double cast it with an action surge. The higher in level we get, the harder we are to lock down in combat as we can just keep teleporting away and our options of how to do so get better and better. Just remember, we're still primarily a wizard, so our pool of hit points isn't that great. But before Naruto started adding in kaiju battles, that was pretty source accurate. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. Special thanks to Brandon Yates for the music in this video. Please subscribe to the page, check out Patreon for character sheets, and maybe consider sliding me $1. I hope all your 20s are natural. See you next time.